Hey guys, and welcome back to our F1 2013 career mode. Today we have Season 2, round number 16. It's the Indian Grand Prix. Let's get into the video. Heading into this weekend, we have received 5 contract offers. None of them are good. We got Caterham, Force India, then we have Scuderia Toro Rosso, we have a return to Marussia is on the table, and Williams. It was Sebastian Vettel back to winning ways in Japan when the rain hit right at the end. I tried to make strategy work in my favour. In the end, though, I only finished in 4th place, so I missed out on a podium. But Vettel has closed the gap in the championship. Hamilton had a tricky weekend, so I'm 17 points clear of him right now. But I still lead the championship with 4 rounds to go. Red Bull have taken the lead in the Constructors ahead of Mercedes. We should have a dry race weekend ahead of us here at the Buddha International Circuit. Let's go straight into qualifying. The wing on the floor in the middle sector, so somebody's circulating the track without some part of their car. My first lap in Q1 here on the prime tyres as Alonso goes quickest. I am 2 seconds off Alonso's time. I'm slower than Will Stevens. And now Hulkenberg's putting a 27.4. That's 2.6 seconds quicker than what I did on the previous lap. Okay, second lap on the board. It's a better one than the first. I'm so slow here. I can put the options on, but I'm 19th place right now. We have time here for potentially 2 laps. Right now, I am dead last. I'm 22nd place. Let's see how we're looking in the first sector. We're 6/10 up on Massa's time. Okay, much better lap. Should be enough to get through. It is. It's 9th place, although still not looking too quick. Couple tenths slower than Raikkonen, although I'm pretty sure everybody ahead of me, they did their lap on the harder compound of tyres, the primes. Vern topping the session ahead of Alonso, which is slightly different to what we usually see. The driver's knocked out, though, very much similar to what we usually see. Massa and his teammate Bottas out, both Caterhams and both Marussias out in Q1. The cut-off time right now is a 1:27.8 from Perez. And that's essentially what I got in Q1. Marginally quicker than Perez's time in the first sector. 2 tenths up in the second sector. And on the exit, the final corner, have I done enough here? No. I'm 11th. And oh my god, and I've messed up the first corner. Okay, that's the end of qualifying. Yeah, that's a tough one. 11th place. It's not often we get knocked out before we get through to Q3, but Rosberg on pole then. Well, no, sorry, that's Q2, isn't it? That's not even a pole position. Both McLarens getting through. Sauber Bianchi through alongside my teammate. Both Ferraris, both Red Bulls and both Mercedes. Those are the drivers knocked out. It's 2x2 with the Force Indias ahead of the 2 Toro Rossos. Gutierrez 16th, 11th place over James Early, knocked out in Q2. Team is not happy. They wanted a 10th or above, and I got them an 11th. Championship hopeful Sebastian Vettel starts on pole here alongside Fernando Alonso. Rosberg and Vern on the second row. Lewis Hamilton only 5th, with his form seeming to dwindle towards the end of this season. Kimi Raikkonen, my teammate, starts in 6th ahead of Hulkenberg, Bianchi, Magnussen and his teammate Sergio Perez. This is the strategy we'll go with. We're going to start on the prime tyres, go to lap 11, pit on the primes again, all the way to lap 22 and put on the options to end the race. It's a 30-lap race, no risk of rain. Let's go. Well, there's only one more thing to do, and that's go racing. The 2013 Indian Grand Prix is next. Okay, this is getting crucial for the championship now. 5 lights are on, and we are underway for the Indian Grand Prix. And it's going to be a tricky start because we are on the slower compounded tyres. We're on the prime tyres. I'm already being squeezed by a few drivers on my left and my right. Into turn 1 we go here. Hulkenberg almost off the circuit at turn 1. The Ferrari driver just about holding on to his car as we have a run here on the McLaren Perez. We're on the outside of the Mexican for the hairpin at the top of the hill. And this leads on to a long back straight. I've given Magnussen a little tap up the backside. And on the exit of that corner, turn 3, we've actually lost out to Di Resta. We can jump in the slipstream though, the Force India driver. And hopefully retake that place. He's on the option tyre, of course. You can see by the yellow striped wall of his tyre compound up the inside into the braking zone of the hairpin at the end of the straight. I'm still on the inside of Di Resta. He goes, Rosberg's off the circuit. Rosberg's off the circuit. He's taken out Di Resta with him. I think Di Resta might be out the race with that one. And we're up to 10th place. Now, I will just mention, I have done this race in its entirety once already. That was last night. And on the outro screen, where, you know, the little cutscene where it shows if you've done a good job or a bad job, the game crashed. And it didn't save the progress, so we're doing the whole race again. But that race was very interesting because Rosberg won it and Vettel retired. And Hamilton outscored me as well. So I finished in like 6th place. But we're doing it again now. This is the real one. I'll be happy just to stick with these guys for the time being. I know they'll be pitting pretty early because they're on the option tyres. They'll probably be going to lap 6 or 7. Of course, I'm going much further than that because I am on the primes. It's possibly the worst top 3 for me right now. Vettel leads, Alonso 2nd, Hamilton in 3rd place, and I'm down in 10th. Right now, if the race ended right in this moment, I think I'd be 3rd in the championship. Somehow, De Resta is actually still in the race. We've still got all 22 runners. And Rosberg, after going off, he's at the back of a long train. You can see on the minimap in the bottom left, he's the blue marker. Yeah, I'm pretty close to Magnussen right now, putting him under a lot of pressure. I think the option tyres are really starting to drop off already as we about to complete lap 4. That was the benefit of starting outside the top 10. We got to choose the starting compound, and that's why we opted for the primes, just to mix it up. And we got a safety car deployed. A safety car, and who's that? I think that's Fernando Alonso out of the race. Fernando Alonso is out. And that is essentially removed Alonso from the championship fight with that retirement. That really helps the option tyre runners, though, now, I believe. If they decide to pit. Surprisingly, the leaders are staying out. I thought they would have pit. Well, if the leaders do stick to their original strategy of pitting on lap 6, they're going to be in at the end of this lap. And they're going to rejoin at the back of a queue that I don't think they're going to be able to make their way through very easily. Moment of truth. Are the leaders pitting or are they staying? They are. They're pitting. At least a couple of them are. Vettel in, Raikkonen, Hülkenberg, Bianchi and Magnussen all into the pits. The rest of us stay out. I imagine the safety car is going to be in at the end of lap 7. I think this is to the benefit of anybody who started on the prime tyres. So that would be early in 4th place starting on the primes. And Marcus Ericsson, wherever he is, in 7th place. He also started on the prime tyres. Hamilton, Verne, Perez, the top 3 as we're about to go racing again, but I'm pretty sure they're all going to go into the pits this lap. So I think I'll be leading. And they are all into the pits. As the green flag waves, I guess I'm allowed to just accelerate. Well, let's go for it. James Early leading the Grand Prix. We might have the greatest top 2 I've ever seen. James Early leads. The Caterham of Marcus Ericsson is in 2nd place. And he's holding Vettel up right now. That's great. So anybody who did pit on lap 6, they haven't really lost much. So that's Vettel. Vettel's up to 2nd now. Anybody who pit on lap 7, the lap the safety car came in, they've lost out big time. So Hamilton, not worked out for him. Ericsson is now starting to tumble down the order. Hülkenberg's got past him. It is early Vettel, Hülkenberg, the top 3. And Vettel's very quick behind me. Vettel put on the option tyres again for his 2nd stint. So he's only going to maybe lap 12 or 13 before boxing again. DRS enabled now on lap 11. I feel like I'm going to struggle to defend this place. Right, I'm coming into the pits this lap anyway. It's lap 11. That's when we were supposed to box. I could have potentially extended a couple of laps because of the safety car. But my tyres are pretty dead anyway. So in we go for fresh set of the primes. This is a lot of traffic we're coming back out into because of the safety car like backing the pack up. I'm side by side there with the Williams of Bottas on the exit turn 1. And we've rejoined in 17th. Chilton's going to be a very easy move here into the hairpin turn 3. Up the inside we go of a fellow British driver. You know, one time I saw Max Chilton cycling in Cornwall in real life. It's a fun fact for you. He's attacking. He's trying to re-overtake me. Is he aware that he's in a Marussia? Maybe a little lunge on Stevens. No, that is not going to work at all. We have action in the pits. That's Stevens into the pits. There's a Mercedes. Is that Hamilton? Wow, Hamilton really didn't make much progress, did he? Or maybe it was Perez, actually. Anyway, a few other drivers in. Rosberg in as well. So we're inside the top 10 again. And who's that rejoining? Is that Hülkenberg? We're just ahead of Hülkenberg. That's a net P2, I think. Vettel's out ahead of me, unfortunately. I thought it was going to happen anyway. And more drivers into the pits on the end of lap 14. And I'm suddenly up to 5th place. Hamilton all the way down in 12th place after his 2nd stop in this Grand Prix. And my other rival Vettel in 4th. As Kimi Raikkonen is just taking the lead. The top 3 though still have to pit again. So Vettel is technically in the race lead. Will Stevens has just become the 2nd retirement to the Grand Prix. So he joins Alonso on the sidelines. The top 3 go into the pits. So that's Daniel Kvyat, Kimi Raikkonen. And I think it's Kevin Magnussen as well. Yes it is. So I move up to 2nd place. Vettel takes the race lead. Vettel does have slightly fresher prime tyres than me, but I'm doing a good job not to be dropped by Vettel. I'm only 2 seconds behind him. Hamilton is setting fastest lap after fastest lap. I don't know how far behind he is though. I'll check his position. Well, he's up to 8th place now and he's right on the back of his teammate Nico Rosberg. So Hamilton making progress, trying to recover from getting messed over by the safety car. Vettel's starting to stretch his legs now. He's got that gap up to 3 seconds. And I'm under pressure from both Hulkenberg and the Ferrari and my own teammate, the Lotus of Kimi Räikkönen. And Räikkönen has made it past Hulkenberg now. He's putting pressure on me. All this great form from Räikkönen has come too late in the season for him to mount any sort of challenge for the championship. But I suppose it's nice to see. Maybe for Lotus in the Constructors' Championship it is a great help. And there goes Räikkönen. I've already used all the curves to defend on this lap. And with Slipstream and DRS, through goes the Iceman. I'm struggling big time now. It's lap 22, so we are pit stopping. We are stopping at the end of this lap. Here goes Hulkenberg, though, and Magnussen trying to follow him through into the hairpin. Hopefully I can at least stay ahead of the McLaren. But Hulkenberg relegates me outside of the podium places. I can see Hamilton in the background as well. Oh, no. And in I go then on the end of lap 22 from 4th place for a set of the option tyres. Tough one. We're going to rejoin here, though, in 8th place, just ahead of Gutierrez. The leaders have to pit again, so I'm going to run it in rich mix for the next couple of laps, see if I can get the jump on any of them. And there are the leaders in the pits on the end of lap 23. Have I done enough to jump back ahead of Hulkenberg? That's probably the most crucial one if I want a podium today. Rejoining now Hulkenberg on my right-hand side, and he's behind me. I'm ahead of the German yet again. So right now, Jean-Eric Vergne leading the race. He still has to box for the final time, I think. Vettel is second, just ahead of Kimi Räikkönen. Both of those drivers have stopped for the final time already. And that is Vergne in the box. So we're up to 3rd place as Vettel leads Räikkönen. And I'm under pressure here from Hulkenberg down the back straight, who's got a lot of speed extra compared to me. And he's going to make that move up. And up to 3rd goes Hulkenberg, down to 4th for early. I can see in the background Rosberg just ahead of Hamilton. You'd think Mercedes would switch those two around, but no team orders there. And Hulkenberg straight off! Hulkenberg straight off at turn 1. Is he out of the race? He might be. Well, miraculously, the German has got going again, and he's still in this race. As now I'm under pressure from Kevin Magnussen in the McLaren, who's got great speed on those fresh option tyres. Now he's trying around the outside. I'm going to brake deep and hopefully roll the car in to hold on to the place, which I've done. Classic bottle job Hulkenberg, just throwing away a potential podium, just like in real life. And here goes Magnussen again. Under braking into the hairpin. Once again, I don't think he's going to make it through, although he's hanging it around the outside. And he's gone off the track. He's made a mistake, and he's let both Mercedes through. So Hamilton up to 5th place. So 3 laps to go. Mercedes really should switch their drivers around for the championship, but they're not going to do it. Rosberg's actually got a run on me out the hairpin there because I made a slight mistake. I went too deep into the corner. The German, it's so brave of him to go around the outside, and he's pulled off the move so late on in this race. I'm going to try my best to get him back as we start the final lap of the race. Rich mix, Kurz, Slipstream, DRS all down this back straight to retake the place from Rosberg. Does he think about a defence? No, he stays on the outside line. And under braking, we're going to take that place away from the German. I've locked up though. I'm going to go slightly deep. Can he get the switch back like he did on the previous lap? No, he cannot. Well, Vettel wins the Indian Grand Prix. And he's going to take the championship lead as well as I exit the final corner for the final time. It's a road to recovery in that race, and we finish in 3rd place. I am happy with that result in the end, considering what happened in qualifying and with the early safety car. Vettel winning from Räikkönen, another podium for my teammate, early completing the podium. Ahead of Hamilton, who just got Rosberg in the final sector of the final lap. That might be crucial come the end of this year. Jean-Eric Vergne is 6th ahead of Magnussen, Bianchi, Hulkenberg and Daniel Kvyat scoring a point. Unfortunately, Marcus Ericsson could not score a point. In fact, he actually finishes a distance behind his teammate Kamui Kobayashi. 2 retirements today, Will Stevens, but that's not the important one. Fernando Alonso out of the race today, and that might spell the end of his championship charge. And that's what it looks like with 3 rounds to go. Only the top 4 can mathematically win the championship now. Vettel takes the lead and leads by 8 points ahead of James Early. Lewis Hamilton, 28 points off the championship lead now. It's looking a stretch for the British driver now as well. It might just be a 2-horse race between Vettel and Early come the end of this season. It's definitely a 3-way fight in the Constructors though, thanks to Kimi Raikkonen's resurgence in form. Red Bull leading Mercedes by 13 points, but Lotus only 34 points off the championship lead. Mathematically now, Ferrari could technically still win. I think there's 128 points still on offer. 43 times 3. That's correct. No, 120. What's that? 40, 81, 20, 129 points. Yeah, they could still win it. It's not going to happen, but you never know. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed that one, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. I'll see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.